Welcome, everybody. Welcome, nurses. I love being amongst our own tribe here. So thanks for giving yourself a little time tonight for a little bit of self-healing, right? We're always healing others. And it's really important that we take a little bit of time for ourselves once in a while. And self-care is not selfish, right? So we got to change that mindset and just take a little bit of time each day for ourselves. So what we're going to start off with today is a chair yoga session. Perhaps many of you practice yoga, on a mat on the floor. Just for the purposes of this, I'm going to lead a chair yoga session. I do this for some groups sometimes. Sometimes I work with people who are not as able to get down on the floor on a mat. And this is something that works well, either virtually or in person even. So we're just going to start off with just a big balloon breath. Put your hands on your abdomen and feet flat on the floor is best. Hands on your abdomen and just take a deep breath in. Let your belly expand and blow it all out. We'll do that same thing 2 more times. One more. Just kind of get ourselves in touch with our breath there also. So we're going to start off with a chin to chest. So we're going to exhale as we put our chin down, and then inhale and turn your head to your right. Exhale down and inhale left. 2 more rounds of that. Give the neck a little bit of a stretch if you can, but not too far. I think I lost count. Sorry about that. We're going to do a side to side with our neck, okay? A little bit more stretching there. So exhale as you put your right ear towards your right shoulder. It's not going to touch, and that's okay. That's just the direction. Exhale, and then inhale back to center. And then exhale to the left. And back to center, inhale. 2 more rounds of that. Now we're just going to inhale as we lift our shoulders up, kind of shrug them up as high as you can. Squeeze them a little bit, and then exhale and let your shoulders drop. Inhale up, shrug, and exhale down. Inhale, and exhale, let your shoulders relax. And we're going to do some torso stretches, stretch our backs a little bit. If you were on the floor on a mat, this would be what you're familiar with a cat and cow pose. Doesn't quite look the same in a chair, but we still get the same motion in place. So we're going to inhale as you arch your back up. So shoulders back, arch your back. And then exhale and round everything forward. Round your shoulders forward, your back forward as you exhale. Again, inhale, arch and shoulders back. And exhale and round forward. And just one more time, inhale, shoulders back. And round forward, exhale. Okay. Next, we're going to do what's called a seated chair twist. So if you're in a chair with arms on it, you can reach across and grab the opposite side arm of the chair. Or if you're just in a straight chair with no arms, you can kind of reach across and just put your hand on your opposite thigh. Okay, so you're just going to stretch a little bit to the side. Don't overextend if you have any lower back issues. You want to feel the stretch, but not too much. Just hold it there for a little bit. And then back to center. Now reach over to the opposite side and same thing, just hold it there in a stretch just for a little bit, but don't overextend. And back to center. Let's do each side one more time. Okay. And we're going to do some sun breaths, kind of like you would do a sun salutation on your mat, right? So hands up overhead with an inhale and then exhale and let them come down to the sides. Again, we'll do that 2 more. Last one. We don't want to forget our lower body just because we're in our chair, right? Can still do some leg work even though we're in a chair. So hold your right, I know you can't see my legs, but hold your right leg up off the floor. You don't have to hold up real high, but hold it up as high as is comfortable for you. And we're just going to point and flex the toe. Okay, point and then flex the foot. Do that 5 times. Point and flex. And you can really feel the whole leg muscles all the way up your quads innervating as you do this. And keep that same leg up, or you can touch back down if you need to and bring it back up if that's more comfortable. And do 5 circles, 5 ankle circles one direction, and then we'll switch and do 5 ankle circles in the other direction. My ankles crack a lot. You can probably hear them. Okay, put that leg down. We'll bring the other leg up. Same thing, point and flex 5 times. Some of these are really good things you can even teach your patients, maybe who aren't very mobile. These are some things they can do in their chair, even in a wheelchair, if that's possible for them. And 5 circles one way, and 5 circles the other way. Okay. We're all stretched out now. I know nurses are very active and on their feet and moving around a lot, but on those days that you're a little bit more sedentary, perhaps this is a good way of stretching if you're sitting at a desk or anything. So thank you for joining me with that.
Thank you, Kathy. Really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again and briefly go through some information about our wonderful integrative health and lifestyle program. We refer to it lovingly as iHelp. Whoops. Was that, oh, sorry. Got a little carried away there. Share again. Okay, here we go. So our integrative health and lifestyle program is our 6-month, mostly online program that is open to, so it's interprofessional. So we have a high representation of nurses in this program, but we also accept a wide variety of other allied healthcare professionals. So for example, those that are in the social work field, dietitian and nutrition, our various therapists, behavioral health, respiratory therapy, speech language pathology. And this program, it covers the 7 core areas of health. So we can see on our little blue wheel here, it covers environment, sleep, movement, nutrition, relationships, resiliency, and spirituality, with the understanding that, almost like legs on a table, all of these components are elements of self-care and elements of our lives that contribute to our whole overall health. So in the little white box to the left are some examples of topics that are covered in this program specifically. So we cover aromatherapy, botanicals, micronutrients, vitamins, energy medicine, just to name a few things. And all of this, perhaps one of the most wonderful pieces I think of this program is that it's all taught through the lens of self-care. So there is a heavy emphasis on healing the healer and truly learning how to fill your cup as you're pouring, to your patients, to your family, your friends, everybody in your life. So really taking that approach of, hey, let's put on our oxygen masks first so that we can continue to help others and avoid reaching burnout. So yeah, it's taught through the lens of self-care. There is it is conducted with a cohort. So it begins every January and runs through July. And again, you're in that interprofessional cohort and you're placed in small self-care groups that are each led by a faculty mentor. So there's great support throughout the program. There is I believe it's 4 days now, 4-day retreat that takes place at a resort here in Tucson. If any of you are familiar with the Westward Look, it's very experiential in nature. So for example, when you come to Tucson, our aromatherapy expert, Mindy Green, she does a guided blending exercise with you. So you'll learn a lot of great information and get to really put it into action and practice your blending. We also go over the science of seasoning and mindful eating with Dr. Siri Chan Khalsa, another really wonderful hands-on experiential activity. And really that's what the retreat is about, is bringing to life all of the wonderful things that you're learning in the online curriculum, while also getting a chance to really connect with your cohort and the faculty, the staff. It's just a really fantastic coming together. Not to mention, perhaps one of my favorite parts, all of the wonderful food that comes from, many of Dr. Weil's recipes. So that's also super exciting. So it's a really rejuvenating, exciting, 4 days of connectivity and ultimately self-care. So this is a little testimonial from Deanne Dwight. She's another nurse. She's also an iHelp alumni and one of our fabulous integrative health and wellness coaching mentor supervisors. So Dee says, we pursue our professions and careers because we love to care for people and see them well. As soon as the program starts, you get to know your classmates and meet your instructors. It becomes obvious that this program is where you go to take your passion to the next level. So some really wonderful words from Dee there. This is some more information about the program. So most of the learning, again, is online. It covers more than 20 courses across a broad variety of topics. There's plenty of peer and faculty engagement. So something that we hear a lot of in admissions from folks who are interested in our programs is, hey, I don't receive, or I haven't received throughout my career, a lot of support from, my supervisors and my colleagues as far as, taking an integrative approach. It's just this overall sentiment, because it is really something that is still growing and taking root in the healthcare system. And as we know, everything in the healthcare system tends to take some time when it comes to change. But that's one thing that is really, I would say, special when it comes to our program, is that you will be with like-minded professionals, and faculty. Pardon me, you might hear my 2-year-old in the background. I'll just throw that out there. Thank you. Again, very interprofessional. So not only will you be with other nurses, but you'll have a great chance to connect with other professionals who are in allied healthcare. And with that, that is the end of my slides. Something else that I would like to add about our program, another thing that I think makes it really special is, so when you finish the 6-month program, really, you're not finished, right? So we have a growing alumni network, again, full of supportive faculty and students. And really it's across the country. So when you finish, you're not really finished. And you do have the option to, you can subscribe to, the continuous curriculum. So as we're updating our curriculum, which is all evidence-based, and you can, even as you're going through the readings, click in to, read the abstract of the articles that are supporting the information and really do a deep dive. When you graduate, you can opt in to receive the continuously updated curriculum and stay abreast of the latest and greatest, and continue to provide this information to your patients and add it to your toolkit for them, as well as, continuing to apply it to yourself and to the lives of your loved ones and your friends. And with that, I guess I should say our next class will start on January 9th of 2023. Now is a really great time to apply. We're getting ready to open our scholarship application period. We have some really excellent scholarships, especially for individuals who work with underserved populations, or who self-identify as being a member from an underrepresented or underserved community. So we will have those scholarships opening within the next couple of weeks. And the only prerequisite to apply for those is that you have an accepted program application. Let's see what else to share.
I'd love, Morgan, for maybe Kathy to share her experience, and then for us to move into Charity's body scan, and maybe at the end open it up for more questions. So Kathy, I'd love for you to talk about your experience being an iHelp alumni, and that would be fantastic. Thank you.
It helps if you unmute. Absolutely. I came into iHelp sort of in a roundabout way because I was looking, I'm a nurse, and I was looking for a coaching program. And I came to find this wonderful coaching program, but you had to do iHelp first. So it actually was a prerequisite for coaching. But I was astounded at the amount of information that I learned in iHelp, because I just thought, oh, it's this little course I have to take before the coaching program. And it's so much more than that. And you do so much self-work through those 6 months of that program. You learn so much, but you really, personally, I really transformed myself in so many ways. And, as nurses, we just share that with our patients, and not necessarily directly, but just by the way we carry ourselves, and by practicing self-care ourselves, we're better able to care for our patients. I mean, I know that's kind of a cliche thing. We hear that all the time, but it is so true. It really is. And you get such a variety of information, as Morgan already alluded to, a lot of that in the iHelp program. So it really sets the stage for what will come next, whether you just do that program and carry on with your nursing career, or take it any step beyond that. And, as I did with coaching then, and I combined the two in my work currently. So it's a great springboard to other things then.
Thank you, Kathy. Charity, thank you so much for jumping on. Is there anything that you'd like to add to what Kathy shared about your experience?
I would say that the Integrative Health Lifestyle Program, that program is one of the, it's like a fundamental pivot in my experience as a as a nurse, and more particularly, I took the program during the pandemic. Like we came into the pandemic as the program started. And so I think I wrote in like one of my testimonies, like, I think this program was a part of what kept me alive. I was really, I'm young, I'm in my 20s. And so this was like a extreme crisis while also navigating the tumultuous 20s that I know people like, I don't even want to remember that. So this program, like it gave me tools and knowledge that I was actively applying, not just because I wanted to learn, but because like I was in crisis myself. So it's a really powerful program. They really believes and affirms community. And I think it's well worth it. Like it does change you and expose you to a lot of different techniques for taking care of yourself, which I know as nurses, we struggle with that one.
Thank you so much, Charity. And with that, Charity, if you're ready and would like to close us out with your wonderful body scan, we can go ahead and get started with that whenever you're ready.
All right, y'all. So, hey, my name is Charity. I am a graduate of iHealth. I'm also in the integrative health coach training. But beyond that, I'm a nurse. I'm a fifth-year PhD student at UNC Chapel Hill. My nursing practice started off on the gynecology oncology floor, so that gives you a little bit of context as to the type of people that I worked with. So yeah, that's how that's a shared identity we all have. And I am here to guide us through a brief body scan. So with a body scan, the intent is that we are intentionally sending our attention throughout different parts of our body. And through that process, we're guiding ourselves into a state of relaxation. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to, if you feel comfortable, close our eyes, and my voice will be the guide. And I'm going to guide our collective awareness throughout our bodies. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes. You can turn your camera off if you feel so inclined. Go ahead and make your way into a comfortable seat. Closing your eyes and start to connect to your breath. Noticing how you feel. Noticing the expansion and contraction of your belly. And then send this attention towards the soles of your feet. Noticing the ground that they're touching. And gently guide this awareness up towards your ankles. And it's here that I'd like you to imagine that there's this ball of light climbing up both sides of your body. And this ball of light is sending you the healing energy that you need. It's actively restoring your body as you continue to guide your attention further up your legs, making your way around both knees. And just notice the sensations. Continue to guide this awareness further up, moving past your knees, reaching towards your thighs, continuing to guide this light. Continuing to guide this awareness up the entire length of your thighs. And then sending this awareness towards the pelvic region. Noticing any areas of tension. Noticing any areas of ease. Remaining connected to your breath the entire time. letting this light meet in your pelvic region. And then continuing to guide your awareness past the pelvic floor, up towards your navel. Remaining in touch with the expansion and contraction of your breath. And then continuing to guide your attention up into your abdominal region. And then making your way past the shelf of life towards your chest cavity. Letting this entire space fill up with that light, that healing light. Continue to guide this awareness still further up, moving towards your shoulders, and reaching down past your arm, past your shoulders, towards your elbows, moving down your forearms, and encircling your hands. And making your way back up to the neck region, extending awareness to the space behind our face, filling up our heads to the crown with that healing light. As we make our way to the crown of our head, and in our final moment, connect one more time to our breath. Taking a deep inhale, sending our shoulders up to our ears. And exhale, big sigh. One more time, big inhale, shoulders up to our ears. Exhale, big sigh. Gently placing your hand over your eyes, and then fluttering our eyelids open to begin to receive light again. And then we can lower our hands and come on back to the room. Thank you all for meditating with me. Namaste.
Namaste, Charity. Thank you so much for guiding us through that beautiful body scan.
You are welcome.
Hi, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, thank you for your chat. Yes, and just so everybody's aware, so that you can enjoy this later, this event is recorded. So we'll be sending this out as soon as possible. But with that, it looks like we're 2 minutes over time. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I am putting our email in the chat. And again, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for being here today. I want to give another special thank you to Kathy and Charity for taking time out of their day to guide us through those wonderful healing sessions, to help break up our day. And thanks again to all of you wonderful nurses for everything that you do every day.
I'll take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.